What's up guys, welcome back, and I want to talk about what has been a rumour that has had me worried for quite a while, and now with something else that's happened, it's starting to look as though it's going to be real. Now, the rumour that I'm talking about is the Monster Hunter game, which is supposedly exclusive to the PlayStation 4. Now, that part doesn't bother me. I have a PlayStation 4. If I want to buy this game, I will. Now, the parts that have me worried are the more detailed sections of it. Now, I'm not going to read all of it, just the parts that really have me worried here. Now, I'll start off with a few other ones actually. So, first of all, Sony and Capcom made this deal last year, apparently with Sony paying big money for it to be exclusive. Apparently Nintendo was never brought in for negotiation. Sony wanted to keep it quiet until it was revealed, but someone in Capcom leaked it to Nintendo. Nintendo is being quiet about it, obviously. Apparently some people in Capcom are a little sour with Sony after Street Fighter 5, but they can't really get out of this because of the contract that's been written. Monster Hunter 5, as it was called at this point, has a little bit of an identity crisis, and many of the complicated weapons are not planned to actually be in the game, and many of the other weapons are being streamlined or casualised. The fights with the monsters are moving towards action-based fights, and will also have quick time events. They're moving away from gathering and preparation. That's really annoying to me because that's part of it. Legacy monster focus, so monsters are easily identifiable. Open world, now that I don't have a problem with. Bigger maps, open maps, fantastic, don't have a problem with that. Online multiplayer, fair enough. No local multiplayer, fair enough. Apparently it's been released for PlayStation 4 and PC. It'll be in 2018 apparently. There's going to be another Monster Hunter Portable. There's going to be new weapons and new environments, new environmental influences for like leaping in mountains and things like that, but I'm just reading what I have here. Keeping pieces of cross combat, so Monster Hunter Generations, apparently there's something on the Switch as well. Oh, I suppose this bit here is for Monster Hunter Portable, which is going to be on the Switch, I suppose, which is not Monster Hunter XX. But the next part of it here is that it's just repeating a few bits of it. Sony wanted to keep it quiet. Someone high up on the Capcom team leaked it to Nintendo. Because of Monster Hunter X or Generations' success came after the Monster Hunter 5 project was already greenlight, it caused a little bit of panic with them because Monster Hunter Generations, Monster Hunter X was so popular. Monster Hunter Portable, which was the one speak previously about for the Switch, wasn't set in stone up until Monster Hunter X took off, or Monster Hunter Generations, and now that is the major project for the original Monster Hunter team. Monster Hunter Crosser XX or Generations 2 is being rushed to Switch to set up for Monster Hunter Portable. Originally Switch was being pushed out by Sony with the Monster Hunter 5 contract. Monster Hunter Portable will be the team continuing to improve the Monster Hunter formula because the teams are worried that Japan will dump the Monster Hunter 5 when the casualisation of it actually goes through. So, after Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate in the West was unexpected, causing more problems for Monster Hunter 5. Capcom are very worried that Monster Hunter 5 will follow Street Fighter 5 and that it will be pushed out in a hurry with limited monsters, limited weapons and very little balance. and the new combat will force some weapons to be completely dropped. Monster Hunter 5 is a big evolution to an open world approach, and the open world is the cause for many of the changes that are being reported. So I did actually just read everything there. So while I'm a massive Monster Hunter fan, absolutely love it, put in thousands of hours, just coming from the Wii game Monster Hunter Tri up until now. Just actually started playing Monster Hunter Generations again on my 3DS just recently, so massive fan. Love the formula they have with it just now. Love the way the combat is. I love Monster Hunter the way it is at the moment, with minor additions put onto it, like the Hunter arcs and Hunter styles in Monster Hunter Generations. So that is fantastic. Absolutely love that. Now, what this rumour has been planned, and there has been a trademark made for Monster Hunter World, which is something else that I've seen with this being rebranded, Monster Hunter 5 being rebranded as Monster Hunter World, and in the Switch version getting Monster Hunter 5 instead. And Monster Hunter World has been trademarked in the US by Capcom, so that's bringing the worry a little bit more for me. So we might see this at E3. I think we definitely will. It's going to be on the Sony stage. I've been speaking with another Monster Hunter fan and a few other Monster Hunter fans, and they don't seem too happy with this either. I really don't know what to think. Hopefully Capcom is going to treat this as a spin-off or side project now, and because the main Monster Hunter team is working on the Monster Hunter Portable, or if the rumour's true, the now Monster Hunter 5. So hopefully the main line, the good games, stay on the Nintendo systems where they belong. That's just me speaking. I don't mind if they're on any other system, but keep them the way that they are, the way that Monster Hunter Generations is set. Monster Hunter Cross or Double Cross or XX or Generations 2 is going to be. Keep them as a good hardcore game. Don't casualise them. Because this rumour here, while it's starting to look as if it's going to be true, is going to put a lot of fans off, especially in Japan. They love Monster Hunter for the way that it is right now, and while this rumour here is more focused on bringing in more Western players, they're going to alienate their Eastern players at that. So don't do this, that's all I can really say. Anyway guys, I'm going to go play Monster Hunter Generations, and I'll talk to you all next time. Bye now.